The other day, some jackass I knew asked me why I keep disappearing off this YouTube shit. He said, ain't you trying to be a YouTuber? You know, you gotta be consistent. I said, hell nah, bro. I'm too pretty for this shit, bro. I need more time to look at myself. I can name 100 other things I'd rather be doing right now. You know, I ain't down bad like these other niggas. Niggas be diagnosed with chronic insomnia because they owe their landlord and grandpa a total of 3 bands and 16 cents. Nervous system all thrown off because of the situation, on top of the fact that they ain't got nothing to eat but Hawaiian bread and Milo's tea. They really need the money but can't apply for a job because they got the work ethic of a junior making cheeseburger with no manners. Friends won't even lend them the money because they know they not getting that shit back. Start treating that nigga like he not eligible for a loan. Niggas can't think of any other way to see an influx of cash till they see K Kennett on their For You page screaming, you know, doing backflips and shit, All of a sudden they want to be a creator. Bro. You know, just to sit in front of the camera and not do nothing. Like, nigga, you're not even creating nothing, you just there. People tune into they shit thinking they watching the security footage of the nigga watching the security footage 5 nights at Freddy's ass streamer. How you a influencer without influencer, bro? How you supposed to be motivational if nobody give a fuck when you speak? How you a feminist claiming male validation? You know? Niggas have so much to say about the original shit that I make, but they don't do shit but report on current events. They produce gossip films and start moving around the world like they got nominated for an Oscar. You ain't Christopher Nolan, you ain't no content creator, you just the news. Channel 48 ass niggas, bro. They make content about other men, bro. I make content about the man. You know, what would these niggas do without speaking on others? Niggas was eating good off that one singer dude that, you know, slimed that little girl. What's his name? D4VD and shit. What would you do without him, bro? You know, keep talking that shit, bro. Give a few months, you're gonna be making videos reporting on me, boy. Niggas be so down bad for content, they make up the most fictional stories of all time for a couple of clicks. Little bro, turn your camera off. Matter of fact, return it to the place you bought it, bro, because that shit did not happen. You don't gotta force it, bro. You know, you don't gotta force the idea, nephew. You look silly, nephew. And I don't gotta force no idea either, bro. You know, you at your best when you let things come to you, bro. And so am I. You won't ever catch me on this bitch spamming videos just for the hell of it. Could give a shit about consistency, cause I'm what it consists of. You know, I can't stand somebody that's like in my business, you know, trying to stress me about what I'm doing. If I needed somebody on my dick, I'd hire a manager. Nobody finna miss no chance, bro. You know, the chance gonna miss me before I miss it, just like anything else in this world. Like, what's the rush anyway? I ain't in no hurry. We got all the time in the world. You know, we can really do this shit until death do us part. Yeah. It's like people ain't never met a nigga that like to take his time. I can tell. If y'all got somebody on your case trying to rush you through life, making you feel like you ain't got no time, bro, just tell them shut the fuck up, bro. It's like people worry other people so much, having them afraid to grow up. Niggas be grown as fuck with all types of shit on their way, acting 14 because they insecure about turning 20, you know, 30. It's like you got plenty of shit to look forward to. You know, life don't gotta be a mystery, you know. All things are a mystery when they're not understood. You ain't gotta worry about no outside pressure or who's telling you need to do what by then, because you're always on time, bro. If you deserve it, you know, it's yours. And shit, I know I deserve it, you know. I know I deserve that shit, bro. So I'm on my own time, bro. The party start when I get there, you know. Believe me when I say, you know, you ain't gotta worry about me. Bro, it's like when people don't got their eyes all over what you do, they just assume you not doing nothing, bro. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, that might be true when it comes to these other niggas. Everything you see is all they do, bro. They be posted up across the net like they living the sweet life, but they ain't Zach nor Cody. Can't even take London to England. These small town superstars' greatest purpose in life is to act like they doing shit to compete with all the other ones that also think they doing shit. You know, they having a mid-off, bro. These Z-list celebrities be trying to pop it with the fit they've been saving up for 3 months, acting like they've been on a world tour or some shit, thinking they 400 likes full of old classmates, co-workers, and ex-pastors finna drop down to their knees and give them a round of applause. Like, nigga, you not Drizzy, bro. You ain't Drizzy, nigga. Niggas be posted up like they doing this shit for all the dogs. If that's true, then who are you? You know? Marmaduke, bro. Who you think you barking at, bro? You not no pit. You ain't nothing more than a Courage the Cowardly Dog. The most regular niggas be thinking they big dogs, bro. Like, nigga, if you big, then I got hella girth and tonnage, bro. The second these niggas get off the internet, they don't do shit but leave a dent in the bed, doom scrolling on TikTok, even though they brain stop comprehending videos by the 7th swipe, screen greasier than a bag of fries from Five Guys, while thinking they future because they control hoes that's really dreaming of a nigga just like me. You know, these niggas ain't on nothing. I look at these niggas like DJ Khaled. What do they even do? I hate when people be trying to confuse me with them, bro. I'm not them, bro. These niggas' whole life is the internet. You know, we post the bloopers, bro. The second you take your eyes off us is really when shit begins. And by us, I mean me, you know. I don't need no crew, bro, you know. I fired them all, you know. I think I'm better off by myself. And if I'm being real, that's the only way I can get shit done, when I'm alone. When I'm alone, it's like everything around me start to move way faster. And I'm not the one to believe in a coincidence. You put your plans in the hands of somebody else, bro, you know that shit ain't gonna go through. All these hoes lie in the niggas' liabilities. I'd rather do it by myself, bro. I don't need no backup. Even if I did have backup, I doubt I'd even trust their ass, bro, because, you know, I don't trust these niggas. Everybody for everybody, bro. So like, how can they roll with me if I'm for nothing? I won't ever put my trust in no man. I don't trust no regular hoe either. You know, that shit for the birds. And I ain't Mordecai. You know, if I say I want to do the impossible, her first name better be Kim. If I catch a case, she better keep it undercover. I don't got time to be hearing some dork telling me why I can't do what, or why I shouldn't do it. Save the negativity, bro. I don't need it, bro. You know, that shit for the birds, bro. Trey Young, I ain't doing shit playing for the Hawks. I'm tired of arguing with people who swear up and down they know better than me. You know, I know you think you know more, but you don't, bro. Like, just be quiet, bro. You don't know. If you ain't with what I want, then you ain't got no reason to tell me why I shouldn't go for it, you know? And I hate when people try to stick around on that fake shit too, because you can't fool nobody with the two-faced shit. The eyes never lie. Whatever you do in the dark, always come back to me, because I am the light. Like, I will cut your ass off. Like, I really will do that. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, I'll really cut you off, bro. Like, that's all I do. That's my occupation, bro. You know, Captain Scissor Pants, bro. That's me, Captain Scissor Pants, you know. You know, let me find out. I feel like MJ. I wish these niggas would cross me. I've been going sicko mode. I feel like LaFlame with all these ties I burnt. I'm not the one to give anybody closure either. I don't mind leaving you on a cliffhanger. You know, I don't mind leaving you on a cliffhanger. You know, I'll tell y'all right now, like, you know, maybe I did jump the gun with a few, but I can't say I give a shit, because I know exactly what I want. And if Tom really living it like people claim, you know why I gotta waste mine? Y'all know, like, you don't fuck with people no more. They start doing little shit trying to get on your nerves. I want you to know, if you're doing little shit to bother me, you know, you're not bothering nobody but yourself, you know. You know, I trip over a banana peel before I trip over some shit you did, you know. Let that be my declaration of independence. I ain't got no regrets. I can never drop the ball, bro. I can never drop the ball, bro, because, you know, my hand's big enough to palm her, but I'm just not the one to fake kiki with you. I'm not dapping up nobody who think they know me. Whole time they just know the old me. You know, you ain't even meet the new me. They call me by my first name, but I don't even go by it no more. Address me as the Juker, bitch. To everybody watching this video, the grand message is like, you know, fuck them. You know, that's the message. Fuck them. And you may not have took anything that I ever said serious, but, you know, if you don't listen to one thing I say, listen to this, bro. Fuck them. Fuck them. You know, hold the vision and just go do it. You go have a lot of wannabe life analytics trying to turn you down, acting like they ran laps around the world. Whole time these niggas ain't did shit but look forward to a McGriddle every morning. You know, the world is yours if you would just stop thinking you lost in it. How can you be lost if I'm looking at you right now? You know, drop that weight off your shoulders and let me carry it. I promise you, nothing bad is gonna happen. You know, some things in this world is just meant to be. Don't let these people try to speed you up, because, you know, you mess up when you're going too fast, you know. That's what they banking on. I'm telling you, bro, niggas do not know what they talking about. They just like getting in the way, bro. It don't matter what you say, I'ma still do what I wanna do anyway. Standing in my way nowadays is like a car crash waiting to happen. What gets me is like the fact that they think I should be listening to them. Like, you know, I'm all ears, but why do you think it's you? Why do you think it's you? Why do you think it's you? You know? Why do you think they start talking about some, you know, I think you need to think more about your choices, you know? You know, I just don't think you understand. I don't think you understand, bro. I don't think you understand, bro. Don't worry about what I do. You know, you better off worrying if I'm safe in the process. And guess what? You ain't gotta worry about that either. Cause I'm over here toting a 38 special in modern times like a little detective or some shit. I ain't no damn detective, but I'm always have a trick up my sleeve. If I was in the NBA, my number would be 38. Cause all I told is that special. You know, it ain't the biggest, but don't underestimate it. You know, this shit, I bet you it sent a nigga straight to Harlem. And he ain't finna have no choice but to shake. Dude, y'all know, like, People move so weird nowadays, bro. You wouldn't even like comprehend the weirdness, bro. It's like you gotta have that shit on you at all times. Even in the bathroom, you know, I'm over here having shower sex. It's my safety. You know, I was always told be safe. She was talking about some, you know, be safe. You know, please be safe. Please be safe. You know, I ain't got no choice. You know how else I'ma see you again? I'm like Justin Bieber with the Drake, you know, cause I'm always right here.
I know when somebody's wondering if I'm okay, it really means they aren't. Cause everybody know I'ma always find a way. As long as I relax, I know I'm always okay. I'm always in the right place at the right time. You ain't gotta think about me getting lost. And if you worried that much, how about you come and find me if you can? You know, I'm quick to turn my location off cause I don't like the way people be watching me. Cause that's all people wanna do. Watch and talk. They talk so much. Everybody's so damn talkative. And I'm not trying to talk about shit to nobody. I just do it. I just want to do it. The ones that ain't trying to get their hands in the dirt be the first ones to take a piece of the harvest. And I just ain't going for it. You know, you can't come to this palace if you wasn't trying to build it.
So delicious.
Oh, I want some pizza. Give me some pizza.
Move, man. Move.